Ye has arrived in a new ensemble here with us, but I'll assure you it is Ye.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the celebrity interviews conducted during the 21st century that resulted in major backlash. We're allowing for the fact that the celebrity's career may have been rebuilt since said interview.
If you actually watch my comments about women, I've done long podcasts for hours long about females, talking about protecting for them, providing for them, how I believe a woman should be treated in a relationship. I've done all of this.
2000, Vincent Gallo tanks his career by trashing Christina Ricci.
Why don't you watch your mouth? Smart ass. Hey, miss.
What?
You got a quarter I can borrow?
Yes.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it now?
Vincent Gallo spent years cultivating an indie enfant terrible persona, but it curdled when he publicly attacked his Buffalo 66 co-star, Christina Ricci. In 2000 interviews, Gallo sneered that Ricci was basically a puppet and insinuated substance use on set, claims he paired with a boast that he restricted her diet during filming. The outburst read as petty rather than provocative, souring press and industry sentiment.
First thing, right off the bat, I'd like to apologize, all right? I'm gonna apologize. I've had to go to the bathroom for hours. I've been backed up, totally backed up. Whew. Anyway, I swear to God I didn't mean to scare you, and I'm sorry if I pulled your hair, all right?
Gallo kept working, most notably with the Brown Bunny, yet the headlines increasingly centered on feuds and shock value, including a notorious back and forth with Roger Ebert, more than the work itself. Ricci's career remained steady. Gallo's aura hardened into self-sabotage. What he framed as artistic candor landed as insecurity, and it cost him cultural goodwill he never fully regained.
You look tired. Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick, Mom. Why?
You just look so tired.
Well, Ma, I am a little tired. I just flew on a plane, okay?
All right, honey, don't get upset.
I'm not upset.
2001, Sarah Silverman uses a racial slur.
I was making this baby laugh the entire ride. It was so awesome. You know what babies love? Ethnic jokes. They love racist.
Yeah, they like anything lowest common denominator.
During a 2001 Late Night with Conan O'Brien appearance, Sarah Silverman used a racial slur while recounting a story about avoiding jury duty, saying she used a certain highly offensive slur against Asian Americans on a form as a joke. Her casual delivery and defense of the bit sparked immediate backlash, including condemnation from advocacy groups who argued she normalized anti-Asian language under the guise of irony.
My friend is like, well, why don't you write something really inappropriate on the form, like I hate and
But it sounds crazy,
idea.
but people sometimes do that just so that they can't be on a jury.
Nice point.
Thank
Conan.
you.
That was sharp.
Silverman later claimed she was critiquing racism by embodying it, but the moment became an early flashpoint for comedic edginess crossing into outright offense. Even decades later, the clip has resurfaced as an example of the era's misguided shock comedy ethos.
I wanted to do it, but then I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm racist or something. I just want to get out of jury duty. So I just filled out the form, and I wrote, I love And who doesn't?
Yeah.
Really.
So you're not going to be on that jury anytime soon. That's very nice.
2002, Whitney Houston gives Diane Sawyer a quote for the ages.
Is she sick? And how sick is she?
I'm not sick, Diane. I am not sick. Let's get that straight. I'm not sick, okay? I've always been a thin girl. I'm not going to be fat ever. Let's get that straight. Whitney is not going to be fat ever, okay?
Whitney Houston's 2002 ABC primetime sit-down with Diane Sawyer was supposed to quiet widely publicized rumors about her substance use. Instead, it cemented them. The Greatest Love of All singer appeared tense, defiant, and wildly unfiltered, memorably declaring crack is whack, while adamantly denying any forms of substance use disorder.
Whitney dying. Crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
Rather than reassuring the public, the interview amplified concerns about her well-being and marked a turning point in how tabloids covered her life. In the years since, Sawyer's Houston interview is viewed as one of pop culture's most painful glimpses into a superstar in distress, raw, revealing, and deeply tragic in hindsight.
I love to sing, but it's just not fun anymore.
Because
People are different in the industry. It's about the money. It's about get it fast.
You think you're not tough enough for this business?
Oh, I'm tough enough.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah, I mean, I've lasted this long. You gotta be tough.
2003, Michael Jackson doesn't see the obvious problem with his behavior.
When you're talking about children, we met Gavin. And it was a great privilege to meet Gavin because he's had a lot of suffering in his life.
Yeah.
When Gavin was there, he talked about the fact that he shares your bedroom.
Yes.
Can you understand why people would worry about that?
Because they're ignorant.
Michael Jackson invited journalist Martin Bashir into his life, thinking a sympathetic documentary would humanize him. Instead, Living with Michael Jackson, broadcast on British channel ITV in early 2003, showed him holding hands with a young boy and discussing sleeping arrangements with minors.
Why should they be worrying? Who's the criminal? Who's Jack the Ripper in the room? This is a guy trying to help heal a child. I'm sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor. I gave him the bed because he has a brother named Star. So him and Star took the bed, and I'm on the floor in the sleeping bag.
Did you ever sleep in the bed with them?
No.
The public reaction was seismic, sparking renewed media scrutiny and eventually contributing to criminal investigations into the legendary entertainer's alleged conduct behind the scenes. Jackson released his own rebuttal footage, but the damage was irreversible. What was intended as a comeback narrative became one of the most catastrophic interviews in entertainment history.
I sleep in bed with all of them. When Macaulay Culkin were little, Kieran Culkin would sleep on this side, Macaulay Culkin's on this side, his sister's in there. We're all just jamming the bed. Then we wake up like dawn and go in a hot air balloon. You know, we have the footage. I have all that footage.
But is that right, Michael?
It's very right.
2004, Ben Affleck's Québécois Misadventure.
I like the perfume. They like this at the station. They would like it better if you did the show topless at the station, wouldn't they? Because that's sort of the idea, right?
In this French-Canadian TV interview, Ben Affleck flirted aggressively with host Anne-Marie Lozite, pulling her onto his lap, commenting on her body, and speaking in faux French accents. At the time, it barely caused ripples in the US, but the clip returned during the #MeToo movement and looked horrifying in hindsight.
These breasts are very firm. Suspiciously firm, I have to say. They are so... What is... I mean, they are like two giant stones. What this happen? How are you get like that?
No, because it's a sport bra.
Oh, sport bra? That's why?
That's why.
With that said, Lozite defended the Oscar winner's behavior, claiming it had been taken out of context, and that his behavior stemmed from an earlier bit in the show. Affleck defended the interview as playful, yet to many viewers, it exemplified Hollywood's pre-#MeToo entitlement era, and became another uncomfortable public image stumble in Affleck's turbulent mid-2000s period.
Should we do a little midriff-bearing thing? Let's do a Janet Jackson stunt. Let's scare them all. Should we do a Janet Jackson thing?
2005, Tom Cruise loves Katie Holmes.
First of all, thanks for coming to my Legends Ball with Katie. Was that the best fun? Was that? Yes, yes! What has happened to you? That's how I feel about it.
Few celebrity interviews have aged worse than Tom Cruise's 2005 visit to the Oprah Winfrey Show. Promoting Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds and his new relationship with Katie Holmes, Cruise turned what should have been harmless PR into a televised meltdown.
We've never seen you behave this way before.
I know.
Have you ever felt this way before?
His couch jumping, shrieking enthusiasm became instant meme material. But what really rattled viewers came during Cruise's now infamous interview with Matt Lauer, his tirade against psychiatry, and Brooke Shields' use of antidepressants.
You gotta understand, I really care about Brooke Shields. I think here's a wonderful and talented woman. And I want to see her do well. And I know that psychiatry is a pseudoscience.
But behind the scenes, Hollywood execs panicked. Cruise's longtime publicist resigned, and his partnership with Paramount soured as his image shifted from bankable star to zealot. In one afternoon, the most controlled man in Hollywood lost control and spent years clawing back public goodwill.
Scientology is something that you don't understand. It's like you could be a Christian and be a Scientologist, okay? Scientology is something...
So it doesn't replace religion.
And it is a religion because it's dealing with the spirit, you know, you as a spiritual being.
2006, Michael Richards tries to apologize, but the audience doesn't get it.
Michael, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hi, Michael. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hi.
How you doing?
I'm not doing too good.
Yeah. Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
I lost my temper on stage. I was at a comedy club trying to do my act, and I got heckled, and I took it badly and went into a rage.
When Seinfeld alum Michael Richards was filmed hurling racial slurs at black audience members during a Los Angeles comedy set, the footage blew up online. Days later, he appeared via satellite on Late Show with David Letterman to apologize. The moment only deepened the damage. Nervous and incoherent, Richards delivered a halting, emotional statement as the audience, unsure how to react, laughed uncomfortably.
Hearing your audience laugh, and it's I'm not even sure that this is where I should be addressing the situation. I've already heard you make some jokes about it, and that's okay, but I'm really busted up over this, and I'm very, very sorry.
Letterman and fellow guest Jerry Seinfeld tried to intervene, but the apology's awkwardness made it unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. It became a textbook example of how not to handle a PR crisis and how one night can erase a legacy.
Said some pretty nasty things to some Afro-Americans. A lot of trash talk, and
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
2007, David Letterman badgers Paris Hilton about her legal troubles.
How'd you like being in jail?
That's how you
Not too much.
God, that was just a horrible thing. God, wasn't it horrible?
Yeah,
It was,
definitely.
and you know what? They locked up your friend Nicole.
When Paris Hilton agreed to appear on Letterman after her 23-day jail stint, she expected to promote her perfume line. Instead, the eponymous host blindsided her with relentless questions about her incarceration. For 7 minutes, Hilton tried to pivot, but Letterman, emboldened by audience laughter, kept pressing.
Looking back on that experience, what have we learned? What can you tell us? What's different about you going forward as you look back?
Well, obviously, it was a very traumatic experience.
God, was it? I think
I did it, so
yeah.
I feel like I can do anything
You
now.
can survive anything,
yes,
sure.
Definitely.
Did they serve wine with lunch, he joked, as Hilton squirmed and pleaded to change the subject. The audience roared. Hilton's discomfort was unmistakable. Initially seen as late-night gold, the segment has since been reevaluated as a case study in media pile-ons and the exploitation of young female celebrities at their lowest.
Have your friends treated you differently since you've been out of the slammer?
People think that I was really strong, that I went through it, so.
God, it was just ugly, wasn't it? Have you made?
But I've moved on with my life, so I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
2008, Sarah Palin torpedoes her political career.
You've cited Alaska's proximity to Russia as part of your foreign policy experience. What did you mean by that?
That Alaska has a very narrow maritime border between a foreign country, Russia, and on our other side, the land boundary that we have with Canada.
In the fall of 2008, Republican vice presidential candidate and then Alaska Governor Sarah Palin faced CBS's Katie Couric for a series of interviews that would define her political legacy. Couric's seemingly standard line of questioning on economics, foreign policy, and even which newspapers Palin read exposed glaring knowledge gaps.
Specifically, we will make every effort possible to help spread democracy for those who desire freedom, independence, tolerance, respect for equality. That is the whole goal here in fighting terrorism also, is not just to keep the people safe, but to be able to usher in democratic values and ideals around the world.
Palin's vague, repetitive answers instantly went viral, by 2008 standards, that is. What began as an attempt to humanize a rising conservative star became a credibility disaster. The Couric interviews helped sink the John McCain campaign's momentum and crystallize Palin's reputation as ditzy and unprepared.
We shouldn't second guess Israel's security efforts, because we cannot ever afford to send a message that we would allow a second Holocaust, for one. Israel has got to have the opportunity and the ability to protect itself. They are our closest ally in the Mideast. We need them, they need us, and we shouldn't second guess their effort.
2009, Joaquin Phoenix unveils his new look on The Late Show.
You know, it's been 3 years since the last time you were on the show, and I will just say right off the top here, you look different than I remember you. You've got a nice beard going, and
oh yeah, thank you.
How is that, the beard?
In what way?
Well, is it comfortable? Is it itchy? Is it? Are you pleased with it?
I'm okay with it, but now you're making me feel weird about it.
The future Oscar winner appeared on Letterman wearing sunglasses, chewing gum, and muttering answers that seemed half coherent, at best. Rumors swirled that he quit acting to become a rapper. The clip went viral as viewers debated whether he was having a breakdown or trolling the media.
I saw this movie the other night. Tremendous. What a tremendous film. You and who else is in it? What's her name? Beautiful, lovely... Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow. Vanessa Shaw.
A year later, it was revealed to be a hoax, performance art for the Casey Affleck mockumentary, I'm Still Here. While the stunt eventually earned him admiration for audacity, at the time, it looked like self-destruction.
Can you set up the clip for us, Joaquin?
Are you kidding? Are you serious? Just the maniacal laughter? I don't know what the clip is.
Don't know what the clip is? It's maybe you and a scene with you and Gwyneth Paltrow?
All right, you're doing fine.
Thanks. High praise coming from you.
Letterman's exasperated closing line, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight, summed up public confusion and his own bitter frustration at being trolled. For months, Phoenix became shorthand for celebrity implosion.
And Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight.
He's funny, you're funny. He's a funny dude.
2010, John Mayer talks about his love life and instantly embarrasses himself.
Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonder. I will use my hand.
In February of 2010, John Mayer set his own reputation ablaze with a Playboy interview that quickly generated some unflattering headlines. The musician, then riding high off multiple Grammys, rambled through a string of quotes so tone-deaf they tanked his sensitive singer-songwriter persona. He described ex-girlfriend Jessica Simpson as sexual napalm, used the N-word while discussing his hood past, and compared his anatomy to white supremacist ideals.
So I decided that I would try to be as clever as possible all the time. And I did that at the expense of people that I love. And that feels absolutely terrible. It feels worse than any headline I thought I could get my way out of.
Critics and fans recoiled, concert tours were canceled, interviews dried up, and Mayer publicly apologized at a Nashville show, admitting he'd lost touch with reality. The fallout pushed him into near silence for 2 years, proof that unchecked ego and live microphone rarely mix well.
It's just not worth being clever. I just quit. I quit the soundbite game. I quit the media game. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I just want to play my guitar to whoever is around.
2011, Charlie Sheen claims that he's winning and has tiger blood.
All these radio rants have people thinking Charlie Sheen has got to be on drugs again.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off and your children will weep over your exploded body. Too much.
Here's one you'll definitely remember. At the height of his public meltdown, following his dismissal from CBS's 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen sat down with ABC's 2020 for what became one of the wildest celebrity interviews ever aired. Sheen delivered a manic barrage of sound bites. Tiger blood, Adonis DNA, winning, that instantly went viral.
People take everything so literally. How about I tell them I'm a high priest, Vatican assassin warlock. I'm Hitvar, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
And what does that mean?
I don't know.
Where do these words come from, Charlie?
All those words just sound cool together. It comes from my grand wizard master. I don't know, man. Stuff just comes out and it's entertaining and it's fun and it sounds different than all the other garbage people are spewing, you know?
He bragged about partying with adult film stars, dismissed Rehabbed, and claimed he was not bipolar, but bi-winning. While fans found it darkly hilarious, Andrea Canning's interview merely set off a groundswell of concern for the spiraling superstar. Within weeks, Sheen's lucrative TV career collapsed, and he became an enduring cautionary tale of fame-induced delusion.
I have one speed, I have one gear. Go.
How do you survive that?
Because I'm me.
2012, Anne Hathaway declines to play ball.
So I was going to ask you to do the first question in singing. Can I sing it to you and you can sing back the answer?
Well, I won't be doing that, but you're more than welcome to sing.
During the press tour for Les Miserables, Anne Hathaway sat down with Norwegian entertainment journalist Joaquin Phoenix, and what was meant to be a friendly chat went awry. The clip resurfaced years later and provoked online criticism, with viewers interpreting Hathaway's demeanor as dismissive, aloof, and even rude.
Do you feel that love was more passionate back then, or people would sacrifice more for love than we do today?
No.
No?
No.
Do you remember your first crush?
No.
You don't? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
In 2024, Hathaway reached out to Flaw via her publicist with a long email explaining what she was going through at the time and apologizing for the uncomfortable exchange.
It was so touching to me. Just talking about it makes me almost teary-eyed because I was just so grateful that she did that.
Flaw described the apology as touching and accepted it, noting Hathaway invited her to interview her again for an upcoming film. What began as a painfully awkward PR debacle ended with character growth, a reconciliation, and a reaffirmation of Oscar winner Hathaway's considerable class.
So I replied to her and I said, you know, I'm so grateful that you did this and it means a lot to me that she did. And I said, you know, if you ever want to sit down and talk about it, I'm here. And then she invited me to interview her for her next movie that's coming out in May.
2013, Lance Armstrong detonates his remaining public goodwill.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes. In January 2013, after years of denial, Lance Armstrong sat down with Oprah Winfrey for a 2-night confessional that captivated the world. For the first time, the 7-time Tour de France winner admitted to systematic doping. But instead of redemption, the interview exposed how cold and calculating his deception had been.
I view this situation as one big lie that I repeated a lot of times. And as you said, it wasn't as if I just said no and I moved off it.
Right. You were defiant.
Oh, yes. I
You called other people liars.
I understand that.
Armstrong offered little emotion, dodged specifics, and seemed more concerned with controlling the narrative than seeking forgiveness. Fans, sponsors, and fellow athletes recoiled. Armstrong was stripped of remaining titles, lost major endorsements, and became a pariah in professional sports. Oprah got her juicy scoop. Armstrong got permanent infamy.
And I'm not here to talk about others in that generation. It's been well documented. I didn't invent the culture, but I didn't try to stop the culture. And that's my mistake. And that's what I have to be sorry for. And that's what and the sport is now paying the price because of that. And so I am sorry for that.
2014, Katie Couric makes Carmen Carrera uncomfortable.
Was the whole process painful physically for you to make this, you know, because there's a lot of surgery involved, a lot of drugs involved, obviously, hormones, etc.
Yeah.
Was it challenging in that way?
No, well, I haven't gotten a lot of surgery done.
While hosting her short-lived daytime talk show, Katie Couric aired a segment with transgender model Carmen Carrera and actress Laverne Cox, an interview that almost immediately provoked widespread backlash. Couric repeatedly pressed Carrera with invasive questions about her quote-unquote private parts, ignoring attempts to steer the conversation toward advocacy and career.
The medication
I mean, you still, your private parts are different now, aren't they?
I don't want to talk about it because it's really personal. And I don't know. I'd rather talk about my modeling stuff. I'd rather talk about being in W and being, you know, maybe in Italian Vogue and doing fun stuff and showing people that after the transition, there's still life to live.
Cox, sitting beside her, calmly redirected the focus towards systemic violence against trans people, creating one of television's defining educational moments. The exchange went viral for all the wrong reasons, forcing Couric to apologize publicly and admit she'd learned a lot.
I think that the preoccupation with transition and with surgery objectifies trans people, and then we don't get to really deal with the real lived experiences. The reality of trans people's lives is that still often we're targets of violence. We experience discrimination.
2015, Miles Teller goes full frat bro for Esquire. When Esquire profiled Miles Teller for 2015's Fantastic Four, the actor was poised to become Hollywood's next leading man. Instead, the piece branded him as arrogant, abrasive, and borderline insufferable. The headline, "Miles Teller is young, talented, and doesn't give a rat's ass what you think," set the tone. Inside, Teller was quoted comparing his genitals to a highball glass and declaring that people didn't like him because he was honest. The portrayal fueled a wave of negative coverage, with the actor accusing the magazine of twisting his words, but the damage was done. For years, Teller became Hollywood shorthand for difficult. It wasn't until Top Gun: Maverick in 2022 that he fully rehabilitated his image, proving that the line between confidence and cockiness can end a career or resurrect one.
Why did you stand in my way? You weren't ready. Ready for what? Huh? Ready to fly like you?
No. Ready to forget the book. Trust your instincts. Don't think. Just do. You think up there, you're dead. Believe me.
2016. Vin Diesel hits on interviewer mid-interview.
So I found out that your real name is Mark.
What? The guys say something. Someone say something.
No, never heard of it. Didn't hear.
What? What happened there?
Marco Vincenzo.
During a press junket for XXX Return of Xander Cage in Brazil, Vin Diesel made international headlines for all the wrong reasons. Instead of answering questions, he repeatedly interrupted entertainment journalist Carol Moreira to gush over her looks.
Before that, I didn't know any movie stars. But Tom Hanks was the first one, and God, you're so beautiful. God, she's so beautiful, man. Am I right or wrong? Look at her. How am I supposed to do this interview? Look at this woman.
As Moreira tried to steer the conversation back to the film, Diesel leaned closer, insisting they cancel the interview to go out.
God, I love her. Look how beautiful she is.
Thank you.
God, wow, man.
So, Tom Hanks?
Wow, man. Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks?
Great
guy.
He was a great guy.
The visibly uncomfortable exchange went viral, sparking outrage over the casual objectification of women in Hollywood media tours. Diesel later apologized publicly, but the video became a cautionary clip on professionalism and boundaries.
I love her. Man, she's so sexy. It's not, I can't do this interview. Look at her. Does anyone say this? Guys, what's wrong? Am I the only one that's saying it? Look at her. She's so beautiful. It's like you can't even do an interview with her because you're just like dot 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 dot. Right or wrong?
2017, Matt Damon doesn't quite grasp the hashtag #MeToo movement.
We're also in the age of people charged with sexual misconduct. This is everywhere. How do you react to that, especially you as the father of 4 girls?
I think it's wonderful that women who are feeling empowered to tell their stories, and it's totally necessary.
In December 2017, Matt Damon waded into the hashtag #MeToo firestorm and got burned. During an ABC interview promoting Alexander Payne's downsizing, Damon argued that there was a spectrum of behavior when it came to sexual misconduct and defended comedian Louis C.K. as someone who had handled it right. His attempt at nuance was received as tone-deaf and dismissive.
When you see Al Franken taking a picture where he's putting his hands on that woman's flak jacket and mugging for the camera, going like that, you know, that is just a terrible joke, and it's not funny, and it's wrong. He shouldn't have done that.
Prominent activists, fellow actors, and social media users condemned the comments for minimizing abuse and missing the point of the movement entirely.
When you talk about Harvey and what he's accused of, there are no pictures of that. Right? He knew he was up to no good. That stuff happened secretly because it was criminal and he knew it. Right? And so they don't belong in the same category.
Damon later walked back his remarks, admitting he'd been part of the problem by speaking instead of listening. The episode tarnished his reputation for grounded decency and revealed how unforgiving the post-Weinstein cultural landscape had become for defensive allies.
The interview got his name trending on Twitter, and Matt's Good Will Hunting co-star, Minnie Driver, is one of many upset by his comments. She responded with, God, seriously?
2018, Sean Penn claims that the goal of hashtag #MeToo is to divide men and women.
I'd like to think that none of it was influenced by what they would call the movement of Me Too. I think it's influenced by the things that are developing in terms of the empowerment of women acknowledging each other and being acknowledged by men.
During a 2018 appearance on NBC's Today to promote the Hulu series The First, Sean Penn ignited controversy with comments that had little to do with the project itself. Sitting beside his co-star Natasha McElhone, Penn appeared sluggish and quickly pivoted into a critique of the hashtag #MeToo movement, arguing that it had become too black and white and was creating an atmosphere of division, marked by ideological intolerance.
I don't want it to be a trend, and I'm very suspicious of a movement that gets glommed onto in great stridency and rage and without nuance. And even when people try to discuss it in a nuanced way, the nuance itself is attacked.
McElhone attempted to keep the discussion on the show, but Penn's detour dominated the segment. The reaction was immediate. Advocacy groups and commentators accused him of minimizing survivors' experiences and mischaracterizing the purpose of hashtag #MeToo. Instead of boosting interest in The First, the interview's fallout eclipsed the series' promotion and ensured that Penn's remarks became the day's headline.
In most things that are very important, it's really good to just slow down.
Did you talk about this much on set?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah?
We talked about it a great deal. I think Sean was maybe alluding to is this sort of, this bubble of
actors or people who are in magazines that have garnered a lot of attention from this.
2019, Dakota Johnson unravels Ellen DeGeneres' carefully woven public persona.
It's good to see you. Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
In November of 2019, Dakota Johnson appeared on Ellen for what seemed like another fluffy celebrity chat. Instead, it became the moment that quietly began Ellen's public downfall. When DeGeneres teased Johnson about not being invited to her 30th birthday party, Johnson calmly pushed back. Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
Last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
Of course I like you. You knew I liked you. You've been on the show many times, and don't I show like?
The studio audience laughed, but Ellen's frozen smile told a different story. The subtle power reversal instantly went viral, reframing DeGeneres' nice persona as performative and brittle.
This time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said you were?
I
Yeah,
was
he's
invited?
right there.
Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Was it, oh yeah, I had that thing.
In the months that followed, stories about Ellen's toxic workplace culture surfaced, confirming what that one tense exchange had hinted. Behind the laughter, something was off. Very off.
It was probably in Malibu. That's too far for me to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
2020, Jada Pinkett Smith shares jaw-dropping revelations about her marriage.
We specifically never said anything.
Yes.
We were purposely not saying anything.
When Jada Pinkett Smith brought herself to the Red Table Talk in July 2020, she made social media history. Sitting across from her husband, Will Smith, she admitted to a past entanglement with singer August Alsina, a euphemism that instantly and irreversibly entered the pop culture lexicon.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
The exchange was awkward, intimate, and oddly performative. Jada parsed semantics, while Will's 1,000-yard stare became meme material. Within hours, Twitter was flooded with reaction videos dissecting every wince, sigh, and long pause. While the Smiths later leaned into the discourse, it was one of the first signs that the cracks in their curated public image were starting to show.
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
2021, Harry and Meghan failed to garner the sympathy they might have expected.
This went on for the last few months of our pregnancy, where I'm going, hold on a second.
That your son and Harry, Prince Harry's son, was not going to receive security?
That's right. I know.
But how does that work?
When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle sat down with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021, they torched their reputation in real time. The 2-hour special saw Meghan describe feeling hopeless while working as a senior royal, claiming that palace officials ignored her pleas for help. She and Harry also alleged that an unnamed family member had made racist remarks about their son's skin tone.
There is a conversation. Hold up.
There are
Stop
several
right now.
There are several conversations.
There's a
about
conversation with you.
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
The interview's global impact was immediate and seismic. Buckingham Palace issued a rare public statement, and news outlets worldwide treated the segment like a geopolitical event. Whether viewed as liberation or betrayal, the interview symbolized the monarchy's modern PR unraveling and proved that, in the age of streaming, even royalty answers to primetime confessional television.
Now, who as an adult really watches The Little Mermaid? But it came on, I was like, well, I'm just here all the time, so may as well watch this. And I went, oh my God. She falls in love with the prince, and because of that, she has to lose her voice. But by the end, she gets her voice back.
2022, Kanye West turns to Alex Jones in his darkest hour.
You're not Hitler, you're not a Nazi, you don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I
I see good things about Hitler also.
By the time Kanye West appeared on Alex Jones's InfoWars in December 2022, his career was already in freefall. What followed made it unrecoverable. Wearing a black mask that obscured his face, West praised Adolf Hitler and the Nazis, declaring, "I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis."
Let me just say this in closing. I've done a lot of study. I think Hitler was a really bad guy, and I repudiate what Hitler did. I understand that the British intelligence set him up and used him.
I like Hitler.
I don't like Hitler.
Even Jones, America's most notorious conspiracy propagator, looked unsettled. The fallout was instant and devastating. Adidas, Balenciaga, and CAA all severed ties, erasing billions in value. For a man who once mastered controversy as currency, this was something entirely different. It was the decisive end of the once beloved musician's ability to defy the narrative.
I'm not trying to be shocking. I like Hitler. I do not. The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities.
So tell us, you think Hitler was the good guy in World War II?
I think God says man should not kill. We should not have wars, period.
2023, Andrew Tate somehow makes things worse for himself.
We have an open criminal investigation. I am absolutely and utterly sure I'll be found innocent. I know the case better than you. I know it intimately and you don't. I have seen all the criminal files and the evidence against me and you haven't. I know the truth of what happened and you don't. And I'm telling you absolutely and utterly, I've never hurt anybody, that the case that's been put against me is completely and utterly fabricated, and I'm never going to be found guilty of anything.
When British broadcaster BBC journalist Lucy Williamson sat down with influencer Andrew Tate at a period of mounting legal scrutiny, the result was seismic, and not for Williamson. When pressed about trafficking and misogyny allegations, Tate repeatedly deflected with evasive next topic responses, spotlighting his inability to engage seriously with the accusations.
If any female on the planet has a problem with me, I strongly recommend her to go to the police and try and pursue me for criminal charges. I'm actually such a nice person that I've never had anyone come at me.
The BBC has spoken to somebody since your arrest who says exactly those things, that with you it's all manipulation, there's an ulterior motive to everything you do.
Is this Sophie? Oh, it's Sophie, the fake name, no face.
At one point, he attempted to project calm dominance, only for Williamson to force him back into his own rhetoric. Social media clips of the confrontation exploded online, exposing Tate's brand of alpha bravado as brittle and incoherent under pressure. This wasn't just another showboat appearance, it was the moment the cult illusion cracked.
I'm asking you the questions.
Correctly, and I'm telling you.
You get to decide the answers.
No. We're equal here. I've allowed you into my house. You don't come here with a position of authority. I'm doing you the favor as legacy media, giving you relevance by speaking to you. And I'm telling you now, this Sophie, which the BBC has invented, which there's no face of, nobody knows who she is.
The BBC did not invent her.
Of course not. And because you never invent anything.
2024, Blake Lively's bizarre answer to a question about domestic violence.
I'm going to jump into this, and Blake, I'm going to start with you. Most of us, if we're lucky enough to run into a celebrity in public, we only have a few moments to maybe speak with you guys. But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their life.
While promoting the film It Ends With Us, a drama about domestic abuse, Blake Lively faced waves of backlash for how she handled a key interview. Rather than engage seriously with a heavy question, Lively blithely defected, unaware of the tone-deafness of her answer.
So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you, and then we could I'm just curious about
social security number.
Critics saw this as dissonant, a film about trauma being pitched like a casual girls' night out. After all, her promotional materials leaned into florals, product plugs, and upbeat messaging rather than the film's deadly serious subject matter, prompting commentators to label the campaign insensitive. Amid Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds' well-documented public feud with It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni, the interview couldn't have come at a worse time.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm like, are we talking logistics? Are we talking emotionally? Yeah, what's been beautiful about this movie is that, like, unfortunately, we all know at least someone, but we normally know, like, a lot more than some ones. We know some manys who have experienced this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
2025. Hannah Berner doesn't realize the weight of her words.
You give so much confidence to women everywhere. What do you do when you're not feeling confident?
I start my day with you.
We
and
do.
only
Wait.
you.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry.
No,
We're
now I'm
live.
crying. No,
This is a laugh stream.
No, I know.
At a 2025 Oscars after party, comedian and podcaster Hannah Berner interviewed Megan Thee Stallion and made what she thought was a harmless joke, saying Megan's music makes people want to fight. The remark, viewed through a racial lens, landed like a slap. Critics accused Berner of perpetuating stereotypes about aggression in black female artists.
When I want to fight someone, I
Are you
listen to your
legit
music.
tearing up?
Because you want to throw that fighting shit out the window and you want to get cute and be a bad bitch. When people are talking shit, I go turn on Megan Thee Stallion.
Within hours, the clip racked up millions of views on TikTok and X, forcing Berner to issue a formal apology, which she delivered via Instagram story and later reiterated in a podcast episode. She called it a lesson in intent versus impact, but by then, the internet had moved on, and the damage was indelible.
I'm crying. Meg would be the one that made me cry. I'll take my pictures. Don't cry. I'm gonna cry. Do you cry a lot? I do cry. I'm a crier. I love that. What's your sign? I'm an Aquarius. Oh. I don't cry about much. When I cry, it's for a reason.
Which interview had you cringing the hardest? Are there any we missed? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.